Hey Dan, you suck. You're a piece of shit. I'm glad your fucking Twitter got suspended.
You know, I'm kind of glad too. I wasted way too much time on Twitter. Parler is way cooler. Twitter's for boomers. You guys did a great job. I want to thank you, furry creepers. Did you have to ask your mom for permission to call me? Honey, I'm commenting on voicemails that I've received. Would you like to hear one?
Hey Dan, you suck.
Does that person sound 11 years old, or does that person sound 11 years old?
Person sounds like they're on opioids. Hey Dan, they sound like they're...
Yeah, teenagers
strung out.
are constantly high.
Yes, I have a cat here named Baloo in my apartment, and it's black. And it has your phone number. Bye.
This was when we misplaced our cat, and a nice neighbor called me because they found our cat.
Hey, I think you're a weirdo and that you should stop harassing women. I'm gonna call your dad now. Bye.
Women. You should stop harassing women. My dad loves this video project that I've done. My dad's my biggest supporter, just like Rose.
Hey Dan, what's up, faggot?
Not much. Working on a video. What's up with you, bitch?
I'm trying to reach Dan. My name is Mike Bowie. I'm a lawyer. I represent Rose Kalemba. It's important you give me a call back as soon as possible.
Who the hell is Rose Kalemba? Jesus, I haven't returned his call in 10 days. I must be in some serious legal trouble. I've probably gotten some papers in the mail or some sort of legal threats beyond this. Maybe I should stop making these videos.
If you are thinking of flagging this video, don't.
Welcome back to our little documentation of the life and bravery of Rose Kalemba. A lot of you on Twitter may have heard from my recently suspended account that I decided to quit. I'm sorry, did I say quit? I meant double down. You thought I was done? Bitch, you're done. We do not negotiate with terrorists. We do not flinch when you throw a fake punch. We just punch back. Strap yourself in. This is gonna be a hell of a bumpy ride. So quick recap. Rose was 14, went out for a walk in the middle of the night for no reason. She was kidnapped by her next-door neighbor and his friends. During a 12-hour period, she was hit in the head with a baseball bat, a cinder block, she was stabbed in the leg, she chased her attackers around with a broken bottle, and she was raped while 3 other people were also in the house just hanging out. And one of them was one of the attackers' mother.
Need anything? Some snacks? A condom? Let me know. Oh, God love you.
So her attackers decided to let her go. They dumped her 30 minutes away from her house, so she walked that far with a stabbed leg and a broken back. Her family took her to the hospital, where she was victim blamed. And this is where our story picks back up. So because Rose is such an efficient victim, the usual time it takes to go through the phases of grief, denial, depression, eventually leading to thoughts of suicide, she skipped all that and attempted suicide less than 24 hours later. A few months later, due to her advanced skills in victonomics, Rose became pregnant the first time she had consensual sex. Her child's father was so abusive towards her, he refused to take her to the hospital, leading Rose to lose the pregnancy and nearly her life. At the age of 15, Rose had another bizarre, heartbreaking event in her story.
There was this man who reached out to me on MySpace almost immediately after my assault, and he told me he was a youth pastor, a Christian youth pastor, and that his mom was a therapist and they wanted to help me, and they had heard what happened. And I finally agreed to meet up with him after months of intense grooming, and he was the guy on webcam who was supposed to be there that night.
This is the face people make when they know you're telling them exactly the truth.
He sent me like this long message about, oh, I just couldn't miss out or whatever. I was supposed to have been there. So I was drugged when I went to his house. I was not drugged when I was 14, but a few months later when I turned 15, and he assaulted me as well. I was drugged. I have almost no memory of it. And my clothes, some of them were missing. And I just was like in my yard. I woke up in my backyard in the middle of the night before he dumped me.
So when Rose was 15, the guy who couldn't make it to the first rape appointment because he was house sitting for his brother, I guess he rescheduled it to a year later, and he was able to keep his appointment this time, which is good because otherwise Rose would have had to have charged him a $20 cancellation fee. Around 2010, Rose found out that her friends on MySpace were casually sharing links to 6 videos of her gang rape, which had been uploaded to Pornhub. Maybe not, because a Pornhub representative said that videos with these specific titles were not uploaded to the site around that time. Rose immediately decided not to tell her family about the videos because they were not supportive, even though her father was always supportive. It's really convenient, I mean unfortunate, that this leaves us with nobody to corroborate any of this. In a few days, she noticed most of the kids at school had seen the video. Wait a minute. How are parents letting kids in 2009 use their computer to watch a child gang rape on a porn site? You remember that kids didn't have smartphones in 2009, right? You're old enough to remember that, right? This story was so widespread that Rose was publicly bullied for the rape video. Wouldn't the teachers find out? Okay, so now that everybody knows about this, you told your family, right? They're bound to find out about this anyways. Oh, I guess your dad found out 10 years later? Don't your siblings go to the same school?
Don't lie to me anymore.
During the next 6 months, Rose spammed Pornhub with emails begging them to remove the videos. But her emails were ignored, and the videos remained live. The videos on Pornhub included comments making fun of Rose for being Native American. I mean, this chick is obviously Native American, right? Seems like a real comment somebody made. She was also doxxed in the comments. They released all kinds of personal information. Gee, it sure was lucky that nobody contacted her family and told them about the video. Wait, they released your real age? Why not just say your age? Is there a fake age that you're using? The videos had teen in the titles. Was that a fake age? Were you not a teenager in 2009? At some point, Rose seems to have developed a strange obsession about random people always sexualizing her. Every single day, adults obsessed over her until she turned 18. Eventually, Rose, a 15-year-old girl, managed to successfully impersonate a lawyer, threaten legal action, and get Pornhub to delete the videos. You can't just make a Yahoo account, right? You'd have to set up a whole fake website so the lawyer has a believable domain name and online presence. Rose managed all this with no help and kept it a secret, all on her family's computer. A few months later, Rose told her counselor about the rapist's identities, and in turn the counselor told the police, and the rapist got charged with a misdemeanor? How the hell does that work? Oh, I see. It was because of their white privilege. That makes sense. They were rich and had a lawyer father, so they got charged as juveniles. I know it seems far-fetched, but it's alright. She's got completely vague and censored court-looking documents. Oh, did I say documents? I meant half of a paragraph. Wait, it says Trevor there on the edge. Who the hell is Trevor? You've only ever talked about Mike. You've never talked about a Trevor before. The hell with it. Moving on. In November 2010, an article appeared in the Columbus Dispatch, an Ohio newspaper. The story includes some mind-blowing similarities to the story Rose would later claim happened when her rapist went to court around the same time. The article includes the following identical facts. A 14-year-old girl sexually assaulted by 2 men. It happened in Ohio in 2009. The men were charged in 2010. They were 18 and 19 years old. One of them had a powerful lawyer father, which potentially helped them get no prison time. They were charged as juveniles with contributing to the delinquency of a minor. They were fined a combined $400. There were accusations of victim blaming. The term victim impact statement was used both in this article and Rose's BBC article. You might be wondering if all these similarities point to this being the real-life story of Rose Kalemba. But it can't be, because in October 2018, a mere 5 months before Rose started speaking about the details of this case as if they were her own, this story got public attention again because a political ad was released featuring the real-life victim, Aubrey, who is obviously not Rose Kalemba.
When I was 14, I was sexually assaulted by 2 men. Richard Cordray was the prosecutor.
But Richard Cordray refused to consider felony charges for these 2 sex offenders. Cordray blamed the victim and cut a deal with the criminals that guaranteed them no prison time. Official records reveal Cordray's office didn't want to ruin the lives of the sex offenders, so they ignored the pleas of the child victim and her mother.
Richard Cordray let me down.
This is kind of tricky, so I'm going to let you know what I think is really going on here. God has obviously plagiarized Rose's story and made it happen in real life before Rose could share it with us. And we're gonna leave it there. Thanks so much for tuning back into this part 2. I want to give a special thanks to Snake in my private, secret Discord for bringing the Ohio article to my attention.
Call me Snake.
Snake, my man. I would have never found those without your help. It's great to have a team with you that you know has your back. Even in the face of all these furries, these wannabe pedo hunters coming after me, this guy stood by me. Love you, man. Don't forget to tune back in for the part 3, the conclusion of the Rose Kalemba saga. We're gonna cover the modern era of Rose, what's been going on with her after the BBC article came out, after the world knew about her true story. We're gonna talk about what kind of friends she's made over the last year, and one simp in particular we're gonna pay special attention to. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. I'll see you on the next one.